U.S. Senator Richard Shelby, Republican, Tuscaloosa, held a town meeting Tuesday, April 14th at Regency Pointe in Rainbow City, discussing the economy and a variety of other topics.
It's good to be in Etowah County. I want to first thank the people of Etowah County again. In 2004, which will be 5 years come November, you helped me get elected to my 4th term in the United States Senate. I got an overwhelming vote in this county. I want to say thank you. Thank you. It's probably more vote than I deserve, but not more than I wanted, you know? So.
He commented on the federal bailout of banks and the auto industry.
I don't believe we should bail out people over and over with our tax money, with a small business and working people's taxes that cause most of the problems themselves. You know, I don't. And I opposed the bank bailout because I thought it wouldn't work. It hadn't worked, not yet. And I told President Bush this. You know, I was involved in it. And I've been outspoken on it. I don't believe myself that the government, you that are the government, should make decisions to prop up companies that have failed or failing. The market takes care of that. You know, the law of economics always has. There's probably not a company in Etowah County that the federal government would bail out, or probably not any in the state of Alabama. And we all know they wouldn't bail any of us out, none of us.
Shelby explained why he has tried to obtain funding for universities in the state.
I'll tell you what I've been trying to do, and for the state of Alabama. It's laborious, it's tough, it's hard, but I sit on the Appropriations Committee. I've been trying to rebuild our math science on the university level, but we got to start, you know, before first grade or even before, to create some of the best math, science, and engineering centers in the world in Alabama. At Auburn, at Alabama, at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, generally biomedical there, Huntsville, and Mobile. And I hope to do it for some other schools, colleges, and universities. But I'm trying to get $1 billion. I've gotten over $500 million because this federal money, your money, has been going to MIT. It's been going to University of Chicago. It's been going, these good schools, Stanford, Yale, Princeton, you name these schools, for a long time. And I discovered that when I became a member of the Appropriations Committee. I said, I'm going to bring some of that home to make our schools first-rate, world-class on the top level, and that's what we're doing. But that doesn't take into account what we need to do first grade through 12.
Shelby discussed the recession and its impact throughout the world and the growing federal debt.
You know, this is a great nation. Let's not forget that. This is the greatest nation that's been put together, I think. But we produce more goods, more food and fiber, more manufactured goods. And today, as we sit here, even during a recession, we have about 155 million people employed, more or less, in this country today, going to work, working. I wish we had about 6 or 7 million more. You know, you've seen the unemployment tick up, even in Alabama, which has had some boom years. And we are in a world recession. I tell people Japan's been in an economic recession probably for 10 years, maybe longer. Germany is in a recession now, and you know, if Germany, as the saying goes in Europe, if Germany's in a recession, Europe's in a recession, because they drive and dominate the economy of all Europe, always have, I guess. And so the British are in a recession, following the Germans and the French, and the Chinese now are in a recession. Our biggest challenge is getting the trust back in our banking system. I'm talking about nationwide, and getting lending going to small, medium-sized businesses. They create the jobs in the country, and if we can do that and do it right, but we have to do it right, and don't always count on us to do it right. Don't count on any administration to do it right, because they're experimenting. And don't count on now the Federal Reserve to do it right. I've been after them a little bit because they've been printing money. Every time they guarantee something, the Federal Reserve. Without the Congress, that's an implied debt on the people, you, the working people of America. So we can do better. Basically, I want you to know I'm an optimist. I want you to know that. But we've got to find buildings like this. This is America, so to speak, if you can use it now. A fine, well-built building. And we found some leaks in the roof. If we don't fix those roofs, America's going to go down the drain down the road. You know that, and I know it. And we can do it if we got the discipline to do it.
Alabama's senior senator took questions and spoke on national and international events.
I hope no banks fail, but we've got 8,000 banks. We've closed, what, 25 or 30 already? Is that right? I believe FDIC's closed. I think a lot of those big banks should have been closed. You know, some of them are too big. They say they're too big to fail. Some of them are too big to exist, you know, and have already failed. And they're being propped up, and we shouldn't do this. We should let the market work. They work with small, medium-sized banks. FDIC closes them. The Fed ought to do their job, but they hadn't done it.